following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. It's only fitting that today we see a different type of game. A crack show indeed, but something to find with a good steed. Let's start it off with Myth. They call him the man, the myth, the legend. Not only was he the only one seed to get out of here alive in the round 32, it was a thrilling time. But he's got a shot to do something that he's never done in his career. The number one player? We'll find out. But first, he's got to get through the Crike show. He is the show. Pop some toast. Burnt or crisp. That's Toasty. And for Toasty, what a game against Llamas. Sure, it was confusing. Sure, it was never linear. But that's how Toasty likes it. A good old snapper on the bobby. That's how Toasty likes his games. And he likes his Uno. Should be a good one in the Slushie region. It's time to put the freeze in the frame as we get scientific. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first actual stream on the Sci-Fi 16. Want to apologize today. We don't have a schedule. Short's busy, so no schedule, but we'll go right through it, and we'll go right to our match preview. Blue skip, red reverse. Do you want anything more? What a season it's been for both guys. Let's start it off with the man, the myth, the legend. And for Myth, a great season to start. Veteran, 4-2, at least for this tournament so far. 2-1 right now in his career in the round of 16s, but he's looking for win number 7 on the season. Of course, he did that accolades wrong. He should have had a bronze. He has a bronze, but sure forgot to put it all good there. Of course, in T2, we're going to go back-to-back on the medal count. Toaster's never gotten a medal. However, he's gotten one Final Four, and that Final Four was in this tournament 1 year ago. A veteran. Ironically, a year ago to the day. How about that? It was Toaster guy being Sanford. And with the old 35-card comeback he gave up despite the 4-1. Just crazy how the year turns and the story goes. 8-5 so far. Fun fact about Toast, he's never lost in this round, so that's something to keep in mind as he's entering another Sweet 16. Let's go to the pod, and as I said, no schedule, but it'll be the winner of this game gets Macro Lane, which happens right after here at 6 o'clock. Should be a fun one with those two guys. Matt Johnson, of course, if he wins. And if he wins this game, would be one of the rare 15 seeds. We saw God be back-to-back 15 seeds. If Lane wins, he'll get back to an EA, considering where he was in March. That's where he was this first time. So looking forward to seeing what happens there. JT will take us home there. Don't have the schedule, but I will say one little quick shout out to Sean Heatcheck, our man. No more Heatcheck. It's just regular Sean. Well, regular Sean got the job done. Congratulations to Sean. He moves on, an OG, to his first ever E8. He took care of Sanford 5-3. Big upset. However, for Sean, it's about just finding the momentum. As he said in the quote, we'll see what he can do come the Epic 8. But we go into the scene. It's going to be Myth and Toasty. It's just me here on the call today. So I'm going to go right into those questions. We'll start it off with Toaster Guy because I know he doesn't speak, so I'll just type it out. Crikey, mate, unless you got time to talk today. We know Myth likes to play this 5-8. Fast and Furious is the way to go. No worries, mate. Fast and Furious is the way to go. He's not one to shy away from it. You also are a guy that can vibe with anything. Crazy series against Llamas. What did that Llamas series teach you in terms of resiliency as you prepare for the crack show today that will be you versus Myth? Go ahead and speak it out. Myth, obviously, the only one seed left. A really solid performance to get Alpha by Island on the right foot. However, you're playing a guy that, in my opinion, has very similar traits. Likes to play the crack show, right? Give you a crack show. And also can play quick. but also has the singular types. What do you got to do to speed up Toaster Guy to get your 7th win of the season and really make a statement today to put yourself in the ring for a possible top 3 or even top player in this league? Myth here. There we go. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I cut out there for a minute, so you're good. Man, can you repeat that? But can you just repeat that one more time, man? Apologies there, buddy. Here. Toast, you got my question, all right? Toasty? There we go. I think we're good now. All right, you good, buddy? All right, Toast, real quick. Your thoughts on this game, man? Your thoughts on playing Myth here? Really just the pregame thoughts. That's really all I got here. If you didn't hear the question, you're good. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'll rejoin. That's weird. That is confusing, but okay. That is what the heck. How about now? What the world? Hello? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. How about now? Is that... Wow, that's crazy, man. I'm good on my end on the stream, but you can't. I don't know. Discord, really? Hello? Can you hear me now? Now? Okay. You guys didn't get any of that. I was asking, that's weird. I was asking, Myth, can you just repeat what I said, man? I was just asking your thoughts on playing Toaster Guy. I don't know what was going on. And just thoughts on trying to be a number 1 player. Go for it in that game, my bad.
It feels good to be the last one seed standing, but it also has a lot of expectations coming into this round. So I want to keep the momentum going. As so far, this year has been quite solid. I'm looking to go far and go deep and adapt to the play style and play classic Myth.
That's right, yeah. And Toast, my question to you, I don't know, maybe it wasn't just me, man. Your thoughts on playing Myth? Obviously, what did you learn off that game against Llamas that went 7? That was wild in itself. What did you learn, and what can you take here? Yeah, as we wait for them. Just a reminder here to the fans at home. We've had, like I said, we have had everything you want in a game. It was against Toaster and Llamas. It was magical. But for Myth, obviously against Goldie, just more classic Myth Uno, best of 7, got the job done, sees himself through. We'll see what happens today. Both guys, like I said, can play this Christ show, and you wonder who has the last laugh. We'll see. We saw an upset in Heat Check Guard. I don't think there's really an upset here per se for either guy. It's more just who's going to be able to maybe find the momentum and the rhythm. As we wait for Toaster Guy to type it out. There we go. Let me make sure we're good now. I'm sorry for I learned that even if you don't know what's going, just gotta stick and weather out the storm. Yeah, I mean that's really what it is, man. The storm and bring on the lower card heat. Yeah, that's what we're expecting here today. Best of 9, 2-2-2-1. You gotta think here at some point, both guys will use that 5 to 8 and try to go more of a deeper route. I think, right? Use those runs to the finish. Use a little bit more of the fades and really get the opponent off kilter. I'm interested to see what will happen. We know Myth can play that. We know Toaster Guy can play that. I think whoever has the last laugh could very well be a player that different older Toasty player. Yeah, whoever has the last laugh could be to the run to those finish and maybe just one fade that can get you the win. We know control will be key as well. That's it for the pregame. Let's get it on. Let's not waste any time. Myth, apologies for the delay there, buddy. It's your game one. You know the drill here. I've asked you so many times in your career. What are we doing for game one, buddy?
All right. Let's do a classic 7.
Yeah. I had that one figured. All right, here we go. Classic 7. This is what both guys are used to and like. Starting off with the Steven 6. Really looking forward to seeing what Myth will do here on these 7 cards, too. He's a guy, so we go yellow 3 and a monkey. Can play aggressive, can play quick, and it's over in a flash. And sometimes you go as there's Toasty already. Nothing he can do. And Myth, that's how he rolls. Blue 1 for Toast. He'll switch it over. Myth down to 5, but looking for 4. And he won't have anything now. Toaster Guy with momentum. Toast looking for the tie potentially right here. Top decks are going to be key on 7. And there's a 0 sugar. Hard to really switch off of that. But no, Myth will not have it. And that's Toaster Guy for the lead now off the blue. Let's see what he can do. Blue 2 into Brad. Up to Nick. In the lane now. Just making sure the audio is good. Swerve looks good. Appreciate that now. And we go into the blue 7 draw from Myth. Now lane card. We'll see lane a little bit later. Will Toast have a switch? He goes for the skip. Here's the run. Talk about Toasty with the run. To deuce. Green skip and Alera from Myth's card. Looking for check, or is it game to sign it off? No, just a check. So Myth will have a chance to respond. Toast guesses the check like a crack like an egg style we talk about all the time. What is it going to be for Myth? Does he have an answer on the greens? You bet he does. Triple. How about that into a quad? Looking for a massive run. He'll go a 5-pack, and he flips the scoreboard 2-3. Myth now in control. Toaster Guy, but it's cracked like an egg. Was his last card red? And what did he get off that virtuous +2? What's off the rebound? He'll go into a 0 sugar. Myth for check. Looking for it. He's got it so far. Toaster Guy to match for double Uno. Off the Logan. Is there a 3? Have it in the back door. Answer from Toast. No, 1 up this time. Myth for the win. No. Toast for the win on the red. No, and we're going to draw city. Top decks are now going to come into play. Myth will have the first draw on the toppers. +4. Magic. There it is. 1-0. Myth, the top deck city. And just like that, we're on to a massive swing of momentum. Toast, going to have to assume I was right. Last card was red, trying to crack like an egg. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking, I was just it. I mean, looking at your card history, it happens. I'm going to go to Myth here. Myth, I've got to say, man, other than the top deck, that 5-card chain, were you just waiting for Toast to pull the plug on another color because it had been just blue, yellow? Was that a case just being patient? Because really, excluding that top deck, it was pretty picked to be red and yellow. I got you. So just offset. Yeah. Talk me through it.
I was waiting to use it for a while, and I was hoping that I would have came earlier, because if it came earlier, I could have won the game from it. But I was like, I gotta wait for the right time. I saw him at Uno, and I was like, okay, I gotta use it.
I mean, I did say
the classic bailout came.
Yeah, I did say during this broadcast, watch those toppers. Who's going to have the first blood at that? And unfortunately for Toast, it bit him. But he was trying to go to red. that +2 saved the game, because if it's just clean without the +2, whole different ball game, whole different scenario. Big win there for Myth. He'll go up 1-0. Toast, not much he can do. Offset of colors. We'll see what we got here for game 2. Myth, you're calling those 7 the usual. What do we got?
Okay, I'm going to go for 8.
All right, crazies. Here we go. Crazy it up. Crazy 8s. Here comes Myth looking to go up 2-0. And oh, my goodness. A great start for Myth. It's off the Carson reverse. He's got free game right here. And he'll go off a double Carson reverse. How about that? You don't see that every day. You do not see that every day. Toast going to play it cool into the blue, too. Myth drawing right here. Toast, does he switch it off? Let's look for the backhand. Let's see. He will not. He'll go off a double Brad. A double Brad espresso. The double Brad. Off the double Brad, Myth draws. Here comes Toast. We've seen a lot in these best of 9s in the past where if you're up 2-0, as we go for the jailbreak, if you're up 2-0 or you split it, it's not the worst thing in the world. People can make comebacks. Looking at the past, look at today's game with Ard. Was up 2-0, and Sanford went on a run, then Ard went on a run. It's a game of runs in a best of 9. You have a couple extra chances to feel it out, as Myth, again, 2-color right now, no blue-green, looking for a red or a yellow back end, back door. There's the yellow, just as I say it. Toast into the forefront. 1 up this time for Myth. And it's nothing from Toast. So this is what Toast does, man. This is what he does. Sometimes he just goes to his progressional read and ices himself out and see if he can play a workaround, hokey pokey. But right now, Myth is starting to control it, because that hokey pokey is giving Myth some chance with momentum on the yellow. Toast will just crack the egg right here. Go to red. That's the last progression. Now who will have the momentum on this one? Myth just a double. That's it. This could be good for Toast to play that patience game now. Myth's out. Did Toaster guy pulling that balls of steel switch with no red ice out Myth? That's where he's going to have to examine. He'll examine it right there. Myth with some extra in the tank, though. So Myth with some extra in the tank. It gives Toaster guy some options here, but also a choice. Here comes Toast. Just a regular card. Myth for check. Is it check? It's game. +4. The save. Wow. In the red. It was the wrong color. And Myth's up 2-0. This one, I think I'm going to have to ask Toasty. Myth, I don't really got much. I think that more fell in your lap. That is crazy. 10 seconds less. Toast, obviously, you want to make a little bit of an aggressive play there. You want to use every color, try to go progression. Were you holding back a +4 or something? Is that why you felt comfortable with the progression? I don't think you'd make that move if it wasn't the case. Talk to me through it. That was a 2 skip. So, yep, they just should have moved. Wow. So, yeah, that's the beauty of this game, man, timing. It's once again, just get rid of all my colors. Timing is everything. In that case, Toast just goes for the time where he thinks he got a shot. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out. For Myth, it was clean, it was crisp, and he got the job done. Myth, I think that was a case of it just fell in your lap as Toast was going for it. But your thoughts on that +4 save and low control, because you could have used that earlier.
I had a +4 from the start, and I was looking to use it earlier, but once Toast was in Draw City, I was like, okay, I can save it. And him switching over to red had me save it for a bit longer.
Yeah, that really was a difference. That last progression, that red. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that last progression was the only thing that really cost you. Other than that, it was going to be a game of just isolation. So can't fault you. You went for the gap. Hey, you went for the gap, and that's all you can really do. You went for the gap, and you live with the result. That's sometimes the beauty of this game for sure. All right, though. Your call, buddy. Free board. Game 3. It switchbacks to you. What do we do? We've seen some crazier starts here. What do we got? We'll swing it around downtown to a full sender. Here we go. Just the way we like it. Full send. Now we'll put it in. First one of the game. You know how this is going to work. We don't see this from Myth, but for Toast, he's all over the board. Red 4. Can't beat him low, beat him high. Here we go, says good old Toast. Let's see what it will be from Toaster Guy. Let's see what we'll do. Toasty Guy looking to stay clean on this 15. He's known for some crazy plays, but this time, simple, effective, double up this combo from the bot. Here comes Myth. In the background, down to Logan. We'll work our way around. It's all going to be about control here. Here comes Toast again. Into a yell. It's going to be about control, the switches, the back and forth. That's going to be the key to get the win on these higher card starts where something Myth has to adapt to. Toast is used to it. Toaster Guy, off the yellow 3. 1 up this time. He'll go 1 down from his previous play. Half off special. Myth looking for a rhythm. He'll go, well, 3. Now we're dancing around. Now looking for good for Toaster Guy right here. Looking at the CH, still early on the numbers, nothing crazy. Just the yellow and a little bit of fade of red. Toaster Guy with a little heater, small one, into the Crikey Man blue. Blue deuce. So he plays it cool. Myth not going to go crazy. Here comes Toast. Is the Regression City in the back end. Into the blue 6-3 up this time. Or times by 3. Up 4 this time. Myth going back. Down to Peter Ronjak. Does he have a little bit more efficiency on numbers and maybe not that great hand compared to the first 2? Or does Toaster Guy have a solid hand here and start flipping the momentum? Let's see. Here comes the move. Toaster putting it in. We know it's going to be 1 at a time. It's the usual Toasty style. Sometimes 2 if he's really feeling confident, but usually 1 at a time for the Toastmeister. Taking his time, looking for more. +4. Humongous play from Toaster Guy. This is going to be a massive one. Just a pluser, though, into a 0 sugar. Nothing to finish, nothing to really fret there. Just goes for the gap. Interesting. But is there more in the back end? That's a little bit of a smell it right there. I'm starting to smell something, sense something, but nothing too astronomical. Toaster Guy, green 5 now. Oh, Myth sniffs it out just like that. Toaster Guy, all the hard work to do again. And he'll get the lead up by 4 possessions. What's it going to be from Toaster Guy? He'll go right back, and this is the Crike show we talk about. That is the Crike show. Blue +2s are both gone. And just like that, it's a new game for both. Toaster Guy looking for the tie. He'll go for the red +2, and that's a double +2. Anything you can do, I can do as well. Momentum's shifting back now. Half the +2s just like that, gone. Does Toaster Guy have more in this red, though? What kind of hand did he have, too? Because some of this could be off the return, some of this could be off the initial get-go. What does he have? Because that's going to be the magic here. Myth looking to get maybe back to a suitable position. He will. It's a triple play, 0 sugar, and just like that now for Myth. He gets it down 2 positions. Ammo all over. This is what we expected. We expect these guys to go fire for fire, tooth for tooth, nail by nail, hammer for hammer, blow by blow. Just like a boxing match. That's what we expect. Toaster Guy now looking to go back on the blue. What will he do? Taking his time. Here he comes. Oh my goodness, what kind of hand is this? Toaster Guy with a pluser. Looks for a double shot right here, and he will. Another +4 from Toast. Ammo control, what's that, says Toaster Guy. But Myth is going to fire back, and this is where number efficiency will be key into the blue. Toast going back to those old school strats from last year. We'll see, because he's drawn out here. And Myth only a double, so that's Still in Toaster's guy's lap. Possible switch if he needs it on the 9. He'll go into the red 9 and the yellow 9. Off the double switch. Will Toast have a switch back in the red, maybe to go back on a fade? Look, let's see. End of rounds are always possible, but the ammo is starting to creep up. He'll play it cool. Into Steven from Acosta. Myth looking to fire. Into MGR, the creator. Tension building for Toaster guy who's had all this ammo. More ammo again. Toaster guy, another +2. My goodness, Toaster guy has been having the ammo wars here. Looking at the card history, that's 6 +2s used. 2 in green, 2 in blue, 1 in red, 1 in yellow. It's back to yellow. Is this a fail? How much more does he have in a tank? That's going to be the answer that I want to know. How much more does he have in the tank? Nothing there. So it's definitely Toaster guy taking more of a conservative approach, more of an aggressive approach. But now Myth's been playing more conservative. You wonder if there's still +4s to be had in the back end. Yellow 1 now. What's he going to do right here? Is there another back end? Yeah, I was going to say yellow skip. We talked about the skips and reverses. Unbelievable hand here from Toaster guy. Looking for 2. Is he have it? 2. Oh my goodness. Ammo share. How about a lion's share of ammo from Toaster? +2s. I got him. +4s. Give them to me. Red skip. Are you serious? What a hand. Toaster guy. Magic. And he gets the win. That's unbelievable. That is, let me see, 2 +4s. Man, that's something, man. That's everything you want. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, that I don't even know. I think you were just playing. You're sure the +4, but I think it was delaying the inevitable. Toaster guys had this monstrosity of a hand. All right, Toast, talk me through that monstrosity of the hand, man. We were just talking about it on the broadcast how. Jesus. So you were getting fed all. Oh my God, that is. Yeah, that's Toaster guy getting one back, man. I don't have much of that. You could play so much with that. Yeah, you can, a hand like that, you can go back to green, you can go back to red. You can play, yeah. You really muck around, yeah. Muck around and find out. That's kind of what you can do when you have those. I call them poker hands, but in reality, it's more just. That's a candy. It gets candy, man. That's candy in a nutshell right there. Good old candy in the back end. You can just play around with that. And that's a monster hand right there. Absolute monster hand. And deserve to just play around with it, as you said, and get the win. I don't got much to kind. And Myth, if you only had a +4, I think you kind of saw the same thing. Toast just was able to dominate there on that game 3. It's 2-1 now. So just like that, we talk about the empty swings. There's the swing back in Toast's favor, and he'll get one more start. This is setting up to be a good one. Toast, no full send, though. Full send can't be used the rest of the game. Everything else is free board. Is this the time we get a little juice? Let's see. We know Toaster guy likes to go min to max, max to min. He likes to go all over. Let's see what he'll do here. Don't 14 it is, or 13. Yep, all right, one of those. Yep, 14 or 13. OG full. Here we go. 13 cards, and now it'll be Toaster guy looking to go tie it up on the high stuff, and this is going to be a classic high versus low start duel. You can already sense it. Just the way we like it here. Toaster guy off the background 8, plenty of options, plenty of room to go. He'll go up the red 4 now. Half off special. Toaster guy in the element. Can he find some more? Myth going to go aggressive with the switching. It could indicate a big hand. It could indicate nothing. We'll see. Into the green 2. Half off special. Myth already aggressive with the switching. Goes into the blue 2, the Brad. Now the question is, it's progression switching. Is there a progression switching that they need to keep moving forward? I think with 3 or 4 cards, both guys have been able to find the adjustments they need. And the progression switching, just as I say it, where's that last progression? Well, there it is. Into the yellow. Pandora's is open. Toasty obliges. Yellow 6. Here comes Myth. It's Myth. You know he'll fire something quick. Yellow 1 now. In the Brock. The Rock. Toasty draw early. Here comes a big chance now for Myth with this little yellow fade here. Toasty drawing back again. Myth can still run. And he's going to go for the triple, make a little small break. Myth now down to find Toast. Another progression. What's the progression going to be? Because we had faded off the red. Myth had faded it off. Aggressive from Toast back to blue. And it's going to work a little bit in the sense that there may have been an undercut. But Myth can roll with the blue 8. What's it going to be now from Toast? Into the blue. Does he have a back end? He'll go into the green. He'll continue the balls of steel switching, as we all know him for. Myth double play, but this is what Toaster may need. Myth may have been flushed. May have been flushed. What will Toast do? Did he do a good read on the green? He'll go to the play clean. Myth for check. Or is it a +4 split? No, it's going to be a check. And just like that, can Toaster guy now do what Myth did to him on the yellow? Toast taking his time, loading up. Really looking to play it clean. He'll go for a KT Classic Blue. Did Myth get a possible jumper? He did. Got a topper, but Toast going to go to this blue. Does he feel confident with the ammo right here? He's just going to play it cool. Is it the right number? Unless Myth was saving the blue, this is a safe play. Was there a save, though, on the 2s? It's the red 2, and now Myth is a check. Toaster got hard work to do again. This is going to be crucial now for Toast. What does he have? If he had something big, the +2 saves the game. He would have used it. Now Toast looking for 4. Yeah, he just goes for a double, so just plays it clean. Now here comes Myth. Only a skip draw, but he'll keep the lead because of that. Toast, does he have a skip to launch into it? Or does he play it cool in the red knowing that Myth's juiced? Just plays it cool, 3-3. Here comes Myth for a 2 if he's got a topper. No. Toast for 2 if he's got something. Nothing other than just playing it clean for Toast. No finish. He's getting this down a check. This is what Toast loves. Get to Uno, hope to crack. Toast for the finish. Always going to have a check. It's going to be the KT Classic. It's got to play it right. There it is. Now Myth, only one chance in the apple. Is it a wild in the back end? No, it's a double. Toaster guy has tied it up, and just like that, we got ourselves a new ball game. Game 3, crazy ammo. This time, progressions. And I'm going to have to ask Toast. Toast, that was per game progressions, my friend. Talk to me through that first blue wild, then the fade off it. Do you feel confident in the sense that, hey, you know what, at some point you had to get off the fade look and try to go more aggressive? Talk to me about how you used the wilds and was able to manage with the progressions to get the win there. That really made the difference there. And Myth, needed, isolation. I got to ask for you, Myth, not really what you were looking for, maybe for the win, but you did have a little bit of a read in a sense that you got Toasty to flush some of his cards. Where can you see the improvement? Oh, you got me now? Sorry about that.
I can hear you
What
now.
just happened?
Just about the improvement of this match.
All right, my bad there, boys. Sorry about that. Man, I was going to say, I might have cut out for a second. I was clicking on the OBS. It was over encoding. I messed up. That's on me. Uh, I was going to say, you got the progressions which you needed. You went through everything. You were looking for a fade. Could you have maybe backed off on that last red switch, or you felt confident, you know what, maybe he had a possible potential run?
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
my
Yeah, go for it.
so my last card when I played the red two was a blue four. I was
Okay.
like thinking, okay. I was expecting him to go back to blue.
Okay, so it's just a misread. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Toast, I was gonna ask you, you know, you needed the isolation, which you got. Do you feel more confident throwing that first wild when you have two, knowing that there's two in the back pocket? You might as well use one, try to get a fade looking. Talk to me about the evolution of the fade on the. Yeah, once again, I know your style pretty damn good. But talk to me about the evolution of the fade, because a year ago, that may not even be a move or even in your thought. So talk to me about how the evolution has worked for your favor, because it's definitely been there for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, the I'm telling you, man, it's you live and die by him, right? William Brock is the master of that, but you kind of live and die by him now. When you start to get good at the game, you live and die by certain metrics, and well, there's your metric. You love them or you hate them, they still gonna be with you one way or another for sure. As he types out, I just want to make sure everything's good now. On my end, we're good. I think I find it funny too that we're playing. It's a good way to change quick and make sure you're. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. It's find it funny that we're talking about momentum, and this series has been just momentum based. We've seen everything and anything, and Toast is tied up on his homestand. We're 4 for 4 at home, and we talk about a good old school low versus high, and well, it's kind of what we're in store for. Both guys have got what they wanted. Toast on the high, Myth on the low. To mid tier, we'll see what he does. Game 5, Myth, your call. Game 5. Oh, you're deafened. Nah, ping him. Tell him the stuff, buddy. Yeah, don't know what's that about. You can't do 7-8, but yeah, no worries. So we'll see Myth locking in. The momentum is shifting. Both guys have got what they wanted. They both know what they can do. Can Myth find a little bit more at home? Because clearly he's going to have to. Toaster guy, if you're in this position, you're feeling good. We talked about in this spot. We talked about the different metas. We've noticed lately the road teams have been winning a lot, and then at the same time home teams have been winning. We have really had a lot of weird games. Obviously, we have only had one game this round. That was more of an old school battle. Both guys knew each other. These guys, they just missed each other. Ironically, it was Myth Vapor last year and Myth Brad. Toaster guy made the Final Four, but they never played each other. So that's the funny thing. They just all right, but I'll fill us some there. I'll fill us some dead air. So we'll see how this goes.
All right.
You can go for it.
All right, I'm gonna go for 9.
All right, we'll go one up. We're just going up the one up this time for your last call. 9 cards, and Myth. He loves this, man. It's just how he plays. 5-9. He still has his 6 and 5, and good old +4. Anything goes around here. Let's see what he'll do. Yellow 4. He'll play it clean. Does Toast have some more in the back pocket on his lower stuff? Because the high stuff, he's got it figured out. The low stuff, different story. There's the switch for his fade. Well, that's what we're going to expect. Toaster guy, known for fades, he'll do it right there. Now, here comes Toaster guy and Myth. Both running into the blues as we have a 4-4 switch. There goes Myth back to yellow. Just like that, the aggression picking up. That's where we started originally, where he wanted to go off the +4. It can go fast. Toasty plays it cool. Myth for 3. He does have it. Fast and furious is the way we roll now on these 5-9. You can just tell the aggression picks up when we go lower. Myth for 2. Off the draw. No, but he'll go back to that yellow 1. Little crossover action. Toast, nothing. Myth for check, or is it game? No, +4 that time. Myth's iced. But he'll have toppers to work with. What will Toast do? Taking his time now. Toast thinking this one. You have to. We're getting to the point now. Best of 5, basically. It becomes more of a round 1 series than people think. Draw City for now. Not so fast, says Myth. Top deck heaven. It's what Myth lives and dies for, man. Top deckers, and is able to roll with the flow. Does he have an 8 special? Does Myth have the 8 special to flip and flop this one? No, he'll go play clean into Draw City. What's it going to be from Toaster Guy now? Off the topper, he'll play it cool into the deuce. Myth, nothing. So now this changes the whole momentum. Nothing from Toast. We're going back to Draw City. Myth off the creator now, into the Grim. Toaster Guy down 7 possessions. A long way to go for him to get back in this individual game, but don't rule him out. Here he comes. He'll go to red. Balls to the wall. That's the way we like it in the night. Red 0 sugar from Myth. Nothing happening. Just a quick play. So far, Toasty avoids the storm on the switch. What does he have in the back end? Does he want to go for some cards? And he's just going to play it cool. Nothing crazy. Myth for check, maybe. It's going to be the 8. Whoa! Reverse 8 switch. That's interesting. So Myth did not have anything cooking on that original 8. Maybe a topper. I'll have to ask him that. Off the yellow 8. That's interesting. Didn't have it. It might have been a topper. Or we're just biding time. Here comes Toast, though. New progression, new chance. Double play. Myth for the win for 3-2. There it is. And that 8 may have saved the game. I got to go straight to Myth. Myth. Crazy, man. Crazy, because I thought you could have played that yellow 8 into a green. I was thinking about 8 heaven. So did you get that yellow 8 off the preceding draw after the yellow 2, or was it off the yellow 2 that Toasty played to get the fade switch? Talk me through that yellow, because that green 8 changed the game for sure. Low ammo.
Yeah, I didn't have my green 8 until like after I played that yellow 8.
Okay,
And once Toasty changed it to red, once the red 8 came along, I was like, all right. And I saw the green skip at the end. I wasn't sure if he was going to switch colors or not, but thankfully he didn't.
No, he did not. He just, he just kind of gave you the red. I mean, Toast, limited ammo that game. It's been the story so far in this 5-9. You just can't get the ammo to work with it. I don't think you had anything there. Are you finding it a little bit harder, or do you feel you have to almost play a style you're not used to with the number efficiency to get the wins on these lower stuff? Because the higher stuff, you're looking good. Sure, you got a hand in game 3, but game 4 you had to figure something out. Talk to me through where you got to adjust here on this number efficient game for sure. Because that's really what's making the difference right now for Myth. He's just been able to size you up in this 5-9. I mean, this is going to be intriguing to say the least here, folks. We have an old school battle, high versus low on the starts, for sure. But what we don't understand here is when you have this number efficiency battle, you're trying to go to that new style you may not understand. It makes the game a completely different beast. Let's see what it'll be. Doesn't work out and you get buggered all. Yeah, I don't even blame you for saying that. Yeah, numbers on 2 and stuff, but not really. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, that's kind of how it works with this bot, man. There's no meta that's always going to be the same every single game. We talk about that. But when you don't have the ammo on a 5-9, it really is a number game. Or you try to get it back to Draw City. So I clearly understand for Myth, this is where he feels comfortable. 5-9, quick pace, don't get anything out of control, and that's the way we roll. It's the beauty of the game, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for Myth, he's going to take the chance more times than not, which is intriguing to say the least. All right, Myth. Toast will have to try to rally back, but sure, call for a Game 6. Looking to go 4-2, power play for both. What are you looking for here in this Game 6? No 7-8-9 combo.
All right, I'm gonna go for 6.
This is what I thought. This is what we want. That's what the fans always know with Myth, man. If this is Myth, you know the 5-9 is coming. This is the 6. Looking to get up 4-2 and really make this interesting. And off this is what you risk with these 5-9s. You want a good starting card. +4, jackpot. +2, jackpot. But this right here, a reverse or a skip, with reverse skip meta being a meta, jackpot if you can run it. Here we go. What did I say, folks? The reads are there. Myth going to go aggressive with the +2. But Toast 2 freshies in the back pocket. It's already 3-8, but he's got time. That is not what he needs, he may be saying. Let's see what it'll be. Toast's going to have 2 freshies. What does he got? +4. Keeps it in yellow, though. But off the bat, he had to use it. So, maybe he didn't want to risk it. Good flip of the script from Toaster, guys. 6-7 now. Myth, sure he had something reserved. Tie game now. Toaster with the possession. Power play still there. Toast just goes for it, man. He just draws. He just went for that +4. He check Art in the building. Now it's regular Sean Art. Art, you got me. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. I've been seeing how this game's been.
You want to help me commentate a little bit? I can use a friend.
Yeah, sure. I've seen the last couple of games, so I kind of knows what's going on.
That'd be good. But your thoughts on this game, if you've been seeing it, what have you been noticing here so far? Because both guys have wanted what they wanted. Myth, this 5-9 classic, Toast, upper tier.
Yeah, that's probably what everybody was expecting. These two guys to be doing, playing what they usually know works for them. But if it gets to a certain point where, like, hey, something didn't work for one of these two, someone might go a little bit strategy based.
Well, that's the beauty of the strategy base right now. It's back and forth. But draw cities, so we always talk about DCs. They sometimes can make the difference. Do you see any DCs that are working maybe in one favor or the other? Because right now, I got to say, as we go to the blue two here, Toast is going to break us out. With them being lack of the draw cities, there is a little bit of leverage that both guys can use. Is with them not being in it, you almost can feel the sense of urgency slowing down, and it slowed the pace down. Talk to me how pace management is important, especially with these two who are very known for that. We're more quicker pace.
We're really seeing it right here. The pace is going very well, and it's just who's gonna crack under the pressure then, because both of them are under a big microscope here.
Remember,
on trying to do well.
Winner of this game, they're going to know their opponent in 2 hours. We go back to a blue from Toaster. Mac and Lane coming up at 6. Could be a little bit later. We'll see. Myth, aggressive art with the Wild.
Jeez, that's just driving the pressure here. You're not just going for a slight bunt here. That's driving it.
No bunt, no suicide squeeze here, Art. Here comes Toast looking to get out of it with a little fade. All classic end around. Is it there?
Boy.
It's a massive fade here if he can get that end around working. Toaster guy looking for 4 as well.
He might be looking for more than that.
He's got the Toasty guy card himself. There's the Toast. There's the triple.
It might. But it's nice because that's his own card.
Looking to finish it off right here to get the lead and steal that possession. Or is there more? Nope, just a steal, but he gets Myth off the green that he wanted. Oh, it's the wrong number. Oh,
wrong number.
Goodness. And just like that, all that hard work ruined in one number. Myth got what he wanted on green. What a game changer. Wow.
That was just perfect. Myth was waiting.
He's got the red. Knew it. He had the red because we had faded off the 7. I had just thinking about it.
Dude.
Myth has split ammo, though. It's split ammo. The reads are there. Are you serious?
Are you kidding me? What a way for Myth to go up the game
Oh
point.
my goodness.
Actually, not game point, but series point.
No, well, yeah, hey, game point coming up next game. But yeah, oh, man, series point, game point, match point. I'm going to go Toast. Terrible, man. You did everything right. You got him off the wide. You had every read. Did you have another green you just misplayed? Was there another green card you could have, or red? Did you have another red? Could it have been a 0? Why the 4 there? Oh, well, ooh, wait a minute.
Either one would have
been. No, that's a bad beat. You're right. The 7, I was a little curious because the 7 had been a little bit crazy earlier. Oh my god! I was gonna say that's a good starting hand. You can't. There's no really defense for that. Toasty had the defense. Let's play the +4.
He just wasn't gonna do anything with that. That is some cheese right there.
Yeah. With the +4, he off that +2 he had. I think Myth just had a solid hand, and the inevitables being delayed. I'm just going to be honest. I think you can just sense it. Myth, I'm going to have to say, did you get anything off that +4 to enable that? Maybe a little bit more in the back end with some green numbers to get some number efficiency? Is that really all I could say?
Yeah, it's just like numbers. I was like, I had like every color, so I was like wanting to run down from those colors,
Right.
and then once Toasty had that combination when he played that red 4, it gave me an opening to the finish.
Yeah, I think Toasty was just fine. He was fighting for survival there, Art. Myth, your thoughts on one more possibly go with the power? I know you're not a guy to use it, but this is a different scenario here. What are you looking at right here? Your mindset in this last game is it'll be Toaster's start.
I mean, if it comes down to it, and if it makes the difference between winning or not, have that in mind, because I just have one more game win.
I'll go with Toast. I mean, that might have been your best hand on a 7-card or a 5 through 9 all day, but yet you're still getting beat to the punch. I know you don't even got the full send anymore. Well, what do you try to do? Or a 13. I know that, but what do you try to do, excluding the card start, to get off the game? Do you think you have to do what you did? Maybe try and play a little more aggressive, or do you think it really comes down to just, I'm not getting the number efficiency? Even if it goes 9, he's got that 5-9 look. How do you try to spice it up and get some different looks to spice this into a game 8? Right now, Art, I gotta say, Myth has just been dominating the 5-9. That's the thing. Some good hands, but at the same time, it's the number efficiency, and that's something Toast just doesn't do often. It can make the difference.
Yeah, that's one of those tricky things. Is number efficiency can be a saving grace for certain players.
Because of knock him down. For Toast, it really is going to have to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. Don't know what I'll do. All right, we'll see what he can do. We'll see. He's going to have to adapt the style and manage, and that's what Toaster guy's known for. But it's really going to become a more nip and tuck battle, I think, here. I think if Myth can get ahead on the scoreboard with the possession arrow, he can change the momentum. If Toaster guy can get ahead, I think the PA, when you're down in these situations 4-2, it makes the difference.
You're in a tough spot.
Not going to be easy. That's something that today was not the case with you and Sanford. It was a classic back and forth until game 8 where you knocked Sanford out. This one's going to be a little different. What's it going to be here for Toaster guy? Game 7 call. He'll get 2 if we get to an 8, but first he's got to start right here to get the call back going. Toast, no 15, no 13, free board. What do we got? I knew it was coming. I mean, I already had it in my head. 14, split the difference, go all in.
That's what you're going to have to do.
You got to do it, though. I mean, if it's not working on 5-8, 5-9, what do you have left in the back pocket? Well, there's your answer.
Yep, there you go. That's what you got to do.
The 0-1, play it cool. Myth, a guy, like I said, what makes Myth so special in this league so far this year, and especially with this bot, games are not going long, right? I know he had the game 3 that was 7 minutes. The rest have been under 5 minutes, and when you have these shorter games, it speeds up the process. It's Toasty, great move to go back to yellow. It speeds up the processing, and these fades, man, when you fade early, very likely, most guys have the fade. It's about the progression, the reads, and It's not easy in this environment to just keep feeling it. And these guys have.
But with some of those times, there's also the common things of making mistakes.
Well, the mistakes. He'll go back. See, that's interesting. So Myth, he wants to go to red, but he opens up the undercut and it gives Toasty an extra progression. It's going to be a progression thing, right? Who has the progression at the end for that last color to open up Pandora? And now Toast back to red, trying to play ISO.
See, I guess that's something we just been seeing here.
Good move. That's a great move right there because you know what? If that's Myth's last red cards, Toast just flushed him out. That's what you do with the progressions going back and forth like that. You want to flush out the ammo. You want to flush out this reverse skip meta. But is he going to go aggressive and change the color?
No.
Number efficiency, though. Watch the number efficiency, Yard. That's going to be the key.
I'm thinking there that if it's got something here, he's going to go for it now. Oh.
Extra gas in the tank. Extra gas in the tank there for Myth on the red. But once again, if you're Toast, you're thinking, okay, how many more does he have? He'll play a test. Is this the right number? No, he still has more. That makes you a little bit say, okay, do I want to flip the script and switch it? Because do I want to do it for myself or do I want to do it for him to flush out more? He might do it right here to flush out more. He'll go for the skip. He gets the blue.
Oh, yeah, he's switching here.
In the blue Myth's card, looking for 3. Here comes Toast, looking for a potential finish, or does he have this down check? He'll go for a triple. Myth with some time, though, and he's got some advantage on the blues. Loading up, +4. Whoa.
Oh, that just changed that.
That's got to hurt for Toast. All that hard work he did, and maybe even the right read, needs to get a blue here. He's got to think blue. Where is it? There it is, the blue 9. He got the regular number.
You were saying it.
You have to. You got in that moment. If you don't do that, that could be game. You got to take the gamble. There's the read. He'll find the blue. Now he's got to play the right numbers because it could be a yellow 3 or a red 3 or something with a 3. And there it is. It's
called in.
Yeah, it can just flip right back now, but it's green though. It's not the yellow. So Toast still feeling comfortable, except for that. That is big. That's game.
Oh, that might be
my God. Wrong number and Myth with a double. A stupidly good hand. How about that? Cody Yellow, pop the candle. Myth back to another E8. Back-to-back tournaments. Toast, I just don't think it was going to make a difference at the end there, I got to say. Or I think he was fighting a losing hand. Toast, I'm going to have to assume reverse skip meta, too much aggression on the switching, maybe the progressions caught you, or was just number efficiency bitching today, and the fish wasn't surfing a wave there. I mean, I'm looking at this hard. It's just looking at the rate. It really was the efficiency because you got Toast had more skips, he had more wilds, but Myth had the +4 reverses were out of control, and then I think just the number efficiency, the switches. Toast just tried more switches, and sometimes you pay the price in a good way, and sometimes you pay the price in a bad way. You bite the dust today, go move forward. But it's a good start to the year for Toaster, guys. 6 wins to start the year. I don't think he's going to be crying home to anything. He's going to be happy with this result so far to start the year, for sure.
He's been just consistent here, and that's sometimes a good thing if you got something to stand out in regards to Super League.
Yeah, Toaster guy, he'll fall here to 6-3. However, a solid start to the year. That's all I can ask for. Myth, moving on to 7-2. Looking really good, buddy. Back to an E8. Obviously, I don't think you've ever played lane or trying to. I don't know. Maybe you played either one. You got to jog my memory. Your thoughts on playing either lane or pack, and your thoughts on really just the number efficiency working in your favor, even on these higher starts where we know you maybe not used to. You found a way today.
So yeah, I've never played against Lane or Mac before. I know I had a few close calls playing against Lane like last tournament, but that didn't come through. So yeah, Elite 8. Hopefully I make it through once again.
We'll see.
I just was like,
yeah, go for it.
I had an idea for the finish. I know when the blue 9 came along, that kind of messed of it. Once I had the opportunity to switch cards, I was like, okay, I got it.
I appreciate that. Man, appreciate you giving your thoughts there. Ard, I mean, this is going to be crazy. If it's Myth versus Lane, prepare yourself. We have a 7-2 and 7-2 showdown. That would be something. But if it's Myth versus Pac, I don't have a notebook on that. What Pac has been, look, we talk about the guys with 0 wins to 2 to 3. You did it today, right? We know we're going to get a guaranteed second one with Brad or Bro. One of them guys got to do it, and we might have a chance with a third one. Thoughts on that potential matchup with Myth? What loses ahead if it's Lane or Mac? Thoughts on that, and thoughts on
if we're thinking about it, Myth or Lane, to get the popcorn out, sit it down, and get ready to watch a spectacle. There will be no doubt that game is gonna cook. It ain't gonna. It's not gonna be a trash meal. It's gonna be a 5-star classic.
Michelin Star says heat check Ard in the pro check Ard promo right there. I like it.
But if it's against Pac, I think it could still be a good classic matchup there. I think either way, Myth is gonna be in a great test coming up against whoever wins the next match.
You said it, buddy. It's gonna, like I said, that's the beauty of this game, man. You think you have it all figured out, and just like that, the cards say no. And today, it wasn't about the cards. It was really just about number efficiency. And for Toaster Guy, I think it's a cap in his fetter. I've got the loss here, but I learned a lesson. Be a little bit more clear in the numbers. For Myth, solid work. Keep doing what you're doing, because now, let's face it, there are a couple more wins. You start to think about, forget about just a good season. You start thinking about Super League, and that's big. But we'll see what happens, because resumes coming to the part. We're halfway through the championship. It's been a solid start for both guys. Let's go over to the pod in the bracket. Let's go over to the pod, and it's going to be Myth. No matter what happens in that next game, he will be the home team. So it does not matter if it's a 115 or it's a 1v3. Myth will be the home squad, entering the E8 or the Epic 8 as we call it. Schedule, they don't have one, but as I said, it will be the next game, Mac and, of course, Lane, to round out the Sunday night special. We've had 3 games today. That will be the last one. 2 big ones tomorrow. We got 10 a.m. and then the 5 o'clock one, which will be fun with Varigold Peter. And then Tuesday, we only have one game on docket, but that's the 2-on-2 game, Brad and Brock. One will have to go to 3, one will stay at 2. And then lastly, the 2 big games on Wednesday. We have Tapir Abbey on the 4-8, classic 10 a.m. special, and then Monkey Nick, the only top 10 showdown of this round. Looking forward to that in the 2-3 in the Candy region. For myself, in a little bit of an unprecedented heat into Ard, we call him Pro Check Ard now because he was pro today. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations to Myth, though, moving forward. He makes another EA back-to-back from T2 to 3 to T2 to 3-3, T3, say that 3 times fast. He's rolling. He's going. We'll see Toaster back here for T4. We'll see the boss back in action at 5 o'clock, 24 hours from now with Peter and Gold. Should be a fantastic one on store. Peter versus Goldie, old school Illinois on Illinois crime. Going to be a fun one. For myself and Ard, we'll see you around. For Toasty and Myth, congratulations once again to Myth. We'll see Myth in the next round. Toasty back in June. Stay tuned for Pac and Lane with JT in about an hour. Have a good night, everybody. This has been a presentation of MRE Division 1.